Hi, this is Jana. Welcome to my kitchen. Tonight, super fast Mexican meal that serves a lot of people or a few people. Make it your way kind of a meal. And this is great because our family loves leftovers, so I always make just a regular batch like I'm going to tell you right now. So this is 2 pounds of ground beef. You don't need that much, do 1 pound. I'm going to be making a 9x13 pan. So 2 pounds of ground beef. And I just happened to have a part of an onion left from another project I was working on, and so it's in there too and all browned up. This is easy peasy. My daughter loves refried beans, and so to the meat we're going to add, normally you add 2 cups, one can for each pound of ground beef, okay? But she loves refried beans, and so the regular recipe would be 2 cans. I'm going to add 3. But just 1 can of refried beans per pound of ground beef. So here's the third one. There we go. And to this, I'm going to add in 2 packages, so 1 pack per pound, just like it says on the directions of your taco mix. It says add 1 package of your favorite taco mix or your homemade seasoning, whatever you like. And then I'm going to add just a little bit of water because of those refried beans. And you can do that per the consistency of your refried beans. I'm going to stir this together. We're going to be right back. Okay, we're back. It took literally about a minute or 2 just to mix in the little bit of water with the refried beans and the meat. So we'll get to that in a second. I sprayed my pan with a little bit of cooking spray. This is a 9x13. It is kind of extra deep. And then any of your favorite taco sauces, doesn't matter what brand, doesn't matter at all. So we're just going to add a little bit of that to the bottom of this pan. That's it, right there. Now, any size, you can use your low carb, whatever tortillas, flour tortillas that you like. And how I've always done it for a million years. Erin, how long have we made this? Huh? I know, oh, she said a long time. Since you were children, I mean young children. So I've made this probably 30 years or more. And it's always a family favorite. Always. These normally can cut pretty easy, or just bend them and tear them sometimes. Today I got to use a little knife, and so I just fill up the corners. Just like this. Ding dong on my phone. I get a penalty. Okay, so just cover any way you want to. Doesn't have to be exactly like I do it. Just cover the tortillas on the bottom of your pan. This is something that is perfect for your beginner cooks for a recipe. And take your, so if you made a 1 pound package, you just need to do like an 8x8 pan. Oopsie daisy. And I'm putting half of the meat mixture on this layer. Oops. There we go. One more little dabble, do ya? Now, this is also personal preference. I got my paper towel there. Clean my fingers. I'm going to put on this layer, you can use Mexican cheese, cheddar cheese, my favorite, mozzarella provolone on this layer. That's what I said, it's my favorite. Doesn't mean it's your favorite. But when you cut into this and that long, stringy, gooey cheese comes out, ooh-wee. Now I am going to top it with some Mexican style. And then to that cheese, I'm going to do about that same little drizzle for this Mexican lasagna. Just like that. Now I'm going to put my tortillas on again. Repeat. I cut through all those layers, but it doesn't matter. That's the beauty of this recipe. Just like this. Augie doggies want out. Our 2 golden retrievers just had their meal before we started, and they're ready. They're very routine. Okay, so now we're going to put the rest of this pan. You can see the consistency that I make it. If you make it too watery, too runny, sorry about that metal sound if you got earbuds in. The reason I do this consistency is when you slice this into lasagna squares, it doesn't run all over the place. And here's another hint. If you're having company tomorrow or your kid's youth group, perfect. This is a great recipe for that. You can actually bake it the day before and then reheat it when you're going to be serving it, and it stays together even better than it's going to tonight. Kind of like regular, you know, Italian lasagna. It always cuts better the second day. Let me use my finger. There we go. Now we're going to put on our other cheese. Second pack of cheese. Look how easy this is. Whatever your favorite cheese is, whatever you have, even if it's a combination, just make it your way. Just think of going to Taco Bell and getting a Mexican pizza. That's kind of what you want to put on it. You can put green chilies in this. You can do anything. You can use chorizo instead of hamburger meat. And oops, gotta grab my other tortillas here. This is a pattern for you to be creative, to make whatever it is that you want this to be. And I like that, because that's kind of how I cook. I always make a recipe one time, and then after that, I make it my way. This is the part that takes the longest. Isn't that funny? This is something your children can easily do. I'd say someone around, depending upon your child's skill level, someone around 10 to 12 years old should be able to make this recipe if they've got safety skills for the stove. I know I cooked for my family from the time I was 10. Of course, it wasn't super complicated, but I made spaghetti and angel food cakes and hot dishes. Tater tot casserole was a big one at our house. Things that my mom always let me do. I peeled potatoes. I did all that kind of things for mashed potatoes. Okay, so there's our top. And now we're just going to add more taco sauce to the top of this. Didn't have quite enough. That's okay. And the other thing I was going to say, you can just use Rotel on the top, whatever you like. I've even mixed, when I didn't have anything on hand, I even mixed the like Rotel and just regular, or mixed taco sauce with tomato sauce. You just don't want to get it super wet up here. And just like this, we're going to put this in the oven because everything's already pretty much hot. Just got to melt the cheese. The meat was hot, everything's cooked, so we don't have to cook it, we just have to heat it. So I'm not going to cover this. I'm going to put it in the oven just like this, and then I'm going to add cheese to it. I've got my oven set at 375, and this is going to probably take about 20 to 30 minutes. Once I see the sides bubbly, I'm going to know that it's ready to go. That's it. I'm going to be back and we'll show you how this goes. Look how easy that was. I did take it out a few minutes ago, put the cheese on top. You didn't need me to show you that. You know how to do that. It just got it until it was nice and bubbly. About 20 minutes and took it out, put the cheese on top. My favorite, I had a combination of a few things left over and I put Monterey Jack and I had a little tiny bit of cheddar, so I put that on. So now I'm going to show you. I'm going to do my very best. Normally I let this cool down a few minutes. And how I serve it, but remember, you do it your way, we'll do it our way, is we're gonna put a little bit of lettuce on our plate. Got to make this a meal, right? And I've got the edges all cut. Look at, oh, something's not cut over here. Look at that. There's a little bit of refried beans on the side. And if you want to add more cheese, you can. My husband's there and you want to grab that top? Here, I'll let you hold it. And if you want to look at, my husband's walking through the door from work right now. And I know he's going to want more taco sauce on his because he likes his saucy. And I know he's not working tonight. So I'm going to add a little bit of a little bit of onion. And I'm going to grab the sour cream out of the fridge and I'm going to put a dollop on sour cream on his plate. That's it. Other times when I have company, sometimes I'll do a Mexican rice on the side. You do it your way, but this is what we're having for dinner tonight. I hope you enjoy this beef Mexican lasagna and that you stop by Janet's kitchen real soon. I'm going to be making chicken Mexican lasagna soon. Thank you.